Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome to my next Mario Kart playthrough. This is Mario Kart Super Circuit for the Game Boy Advance. This game is kind of the black sheep of the Mario Kart franchise, and I can kind of understand why. It seems like the console Mario Kart games have always been a bit better than the handheld ones. And also this was before online and Wi-Fi was added to any of the Mario Kart games, so on the whole, this was just a portable Mario Kart you could take with you, and you could only play multiplayer if you had the Game Boy Advance link cable. So, again, I can kind of see how this didn't really take off as strongly as other Mario Kart series, but it's interesting. It's interesting to take a look at it and all the tracks that are in this game, and be familiar with a few tracks that we've seen in more modern games that have actually used some tracks from this game as their retro tracks. So let's go ahead and get started. For this project, we're going to be sticking to just the Mario GP mode as we do always. And unlike past projects, I'm not going to be going through all the difficulties. I'm just going to be sticking with 150cc for all Grand Prix. So we're going to be doing the max difficulty at all times, so I hope you guys are ready for some fast-paced racing action. The same roster from Mario Kart 64 is here. We have Mario, Luigi, Peach, Yoshi, Bowser, Wario, Donkey Kong, and Toad. You can see their stats on screen. They usually differ from their speed and weight. Characters like Toad and Peach are faster, but they get knocked around a lot, while characters like Bowser and DK and even Wario to an extent, they have a lot of weight, but they don't exactly have the best speed and acceleration. I think for the speed stat, they take acceleration into consideration as well, so that's probably why speed is so low, because normally these characters have high top speed, but acceleration is low, so I'm not really sure what exactly determines that in this game. Going to be playing through all the characters at least once. I might also do a few random selections as well, but we're going to go ahead and start with, yeah, let's start with Mario. Let's start with the main man himself. Gonna go to Mushroom Cup. There are actually 5 cups in this game. It's Mushroom, Flower, Star, and Special, as we've come to know them as. But the Lightning Cup is also here to give you a total of 20 tracks in this game. Or is there? As you can see, there's actually a small text box that says extra tracks. This is because there are extra tracks. I will be playing those as well, and those will be done every Sunday. So, for instance, this weekend I'm going to be doing Mushroom Cup, and I'll also be doing the extra Mushroom Cup. But we'll see what those entail when we actually get to that tomorrow. Let's go ahead and get started with Mushroom Cup. In this track we have Peach Circuit, Shy Guy Beach, Riverside Park, and Bowser Castle 1. Let's get going. Now, one of the things I remember about this game when I first saw it in Nintendo Power was that they were really trying to kind of go with the mechanic that this game actually combines different mechanics from both Super Mario Kart and Mario Kart 64. As far as Mario Kart 64 goes, I think the similarities are mainly just the sprites, or at least as best as the Game Boy Advance can handle. And the items and the characters. All of the items from Mario Kart 64 are here, with exception to the fake item box. And it also keeps the number of tracks, the ranking system, and stuff like that also from the 64 version of the game. From Super Mario Kart, they've kind of taken the atmosphere of the tracks into consideration. There are no elevation sections, there aren't any hills, all the tracks are completely flat. You have coins, which come back from Mario Kart, the Super Mario Kart. Kind of annoying. I don't really like the coin mechanic. I don't even like it in modern games either. I think it's just kind of pointless in my own honest opinion. And I think that's really about it. Those are the main differences between the two in terms of features they've included from the two games. So that was Peach Circuit we just raced on. Peach Circuit actually is a returning track in Mario Kart DS. This is Shy Guy Beach. This track is actually a returning track in Mario Kart Wii. I actually kind of like this track in Mario Kart Wii. I really like what they did with it. I mean, not that they really did a lot. They just took the track and made it look better, but I don't know. This is one of the tracks I really do like racing on in Mario Kart Wii. But yeah, this is pretty much it's Mario Kart. I don't really have a lot to say other than that. Like I said, it's a game that, you know, it's definitely nothing extremely special. It doesn't introduce a mechanic that really makes the game look interesting, like the Double Dash feature in Mario Kart Double Dash, or the motorbikes in Mario Kart Wii, the underwater sections and hang gliding in Mario Kart 7. It's just a very standard Mario Kart game, and that's really what this game tries to pride itself on. And again, I think it does a decent job. It's just multiplayer is definitely, I think, one of the biggest staples of the Mario Kart franchise, and I think that's just really missing from this title. So it's kind of a shame, but again, Nintendo hadn't quite gotten to online play just yet, and the Game Boy Link cable wasn't exactly one of Nintendo's strongest creations. Okay, next we have Riverside Park. This is kind of a Donut Plains themed track. These tracks can actually be kind of difficult, though. The turns are always kind of out there, and there's water. Like other Mario Kart games, there is shallow water and deep water, and you won't go out of bounds until you're actually in the deep water. Still, though, you gotta be careful. But just to give those a refresher, definitely collect coins as you're going through all the tracks, because coins will not only make you faster, but they're also used in unlocking certain features of this game. I will talk about the coins tomorrow in a more in-depth explanation of what they do and how they unlock things. But, oh god. As you can see, the mechanics are not really the mechanics, but the driving is kind of hectic. But in a way, it's to this game's favor, because I feel like in other Mario Kart games, it's not good whenever you go outside the track. In this game, going outside the track can actually help you in some cases. I don't know why. It doesn't seem like you lose as much speed as you would in other Mario Kart games. Oh, also here's something cool about the red shell. In the red shell, in this game, if you actually throw the red shell behind you, it'll stay in place, and then when an enemy or another racer comes close to it, it'll actually home in on them. So it still has the home in function, but it actually waits for a racer to actually come close to it before it starts homing in on them. I thought that was kind of a cool feature. Not really something they've done in other Mario Karts, and they didn't really make use of it in other ones, anyway. Okay, last but not least, we have Bowser Castle. Bowser Castle 1, to be in fact. There are actually 4 Bowser Castles in this game. Technically 7, if you want to count all of the extra tracks, but I'm not going to count those, because that's kind of, those are statistics that belong with the, let's just say with the game the Bowser Castle tracks are actually from. Hint, hint. But this does make this the Mario Kart with the most Bowser's Castles. Oh, dang it. Bowser Castle levels are also kind of difficult. I think it's because there are no off-road sections. It's just walls, so as a result, you can't really cut through any areas. But I'll take it. Okay, that's gonna give me... That should still give me first place overall. I did manage to get first place on all the other tracks. But how will my ranking actually stack up? Because that's right, ranking is another thing that was added to this game. The first time that ranking is added to a Mario Kart game. Alright, go Mario. We got the gold. We got the gold. Oh no, but we got a rank C. That's not good. So basically, the ranks, they determine a lot of different things. I don't know everything offhand, but in order to get a good rank, you have to come in first in all races. You have to get a lot of coins in every single track. You have to get a good time on all the tracks, so sometimes you can actually get a lower rank by getting first, just because maybe you didn't get a good time. And I think that's it. I think it also tries to determine how many times you go out of bounds and how many times you go off-road or stay inside the track. I don't really know all the things that go into consideration for the ranks. But the rankings don't just go to A. Like all the other Mario Kart games, there is a star ranking. So it goes from highest to lowest, 3-star, 2-star, 1-star, A, B, C, D, and E. And as you can see, I got C, which is one of the lowest rankings you can get. Getting star rankings is really, really hard for this game, just because there are a lot of things that go into it, and I'm not really a big fan of that, because you can't 3-star all of the tracks unless you play through multiple times and get incredibly lucky with items and all that other stuff. So as a result, I'm not going to be going through and getting 3-star ranks on all the cups. That just doesn't really seem worth my time. The only thing you get from 3-starring everything is, I think, a different title screen where it's dark instead of light, and that just doesn't really seem worth it, so I'm not going to worry about getting that in this playthrough. But that is Mushroom Cup 150cc with Mario. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will be back tomorrow to cover the Mushroom Cup Extra mode, so I will see you guys there. Later, folks.